Good afternoon. Welcome to today's press conference. The floor is now open to questions. The European Commission's College of Commissions held an orientation debate on China-EU relations. Some believe that EU's current state of trade and investment with China is not sustainable, and the overarching approach should remain de-risking. Some estimate that the EU will release new trade restrictions in G7 summit and the EU Summer Summit. However, according to a new survey by the EU Chamber of Commerce in China, 68% of European companies are either staying or expanding their operations in China. Nearly one-third are onshoring further in China. They don't see sort of de-risking becoming a theme. What's your comment? More and more European companies are deepening their roots and expanding their business in China. Their actions serve as a strong rebuttal of the so-called de-risking. The trade cooperation between China and Europe is built on common interests. It is in essence a result of both comparative advantages and market competition. Complementarity is not a risk, and intertwined interests are not threats. Over the past 5 decades, the annual trade between China and Europe has soared by over 300 times, with two-way investments totaling nearly $260 billion. The figures are a strong testament to the robust momentum of China-EU cooperation. Trade protectionism is against economic laws and serves no one's interests. We hope the European side can view our trade ties in an objective manner and work with China to shorten the list of problems and make the pie bigger so as to reach win-win results. Next one, please.
Thank you, Eduardo Castillo. The Associated Press, couple of...
美联社提问几个问题。第一个，中方为何禁止几名新西兰议员入境？这个禁令是1年之久。这几名议员之前去访问了台湾。第二个问题是，五眼联盟包括美英等国家的这个组织指责中方利用网上的求职平台招募情报人员，你对此有何评论？ To answer your first question, a handful of New Zealand lawmakers visited China's Taiwan region in disregard of the grave concern and the firm opposition of the Chinese side. Their action constitutes violation of the One China principle and interference in China's affairs. In accordance with relevant laws, we have decided to adopt measures against them, including an entry ban. The One China principle, a prevailing international consensus and a basic norm in international relations, is the political cornerstone of China-New Zealand relations. We urge the lawmakers to respect China's sovereignty and territorial integrity and abide by the One China principle. Anyone who crosses the red line on the Taiwan question must pay the price.
A second question, as the world's largest intelligence cooperation network, the Five Eyes Alliance has long been conducting large-scale, systematic espionage activities around the world. For such an organization to accuse China of a spy threat is in itself ironic. Next one, please.
"谢谢发言人都清楚提问，是关于
To follow up on the question about New Zealand, in May, German lawmakers also visited Taiwan. So my question is, will China also impose entry bans on those lawmakers from other countries?
Taiwan is part of China. The One China principle is a prevailing international consensus and a basic norm in international relations. It is the political foundation of China-Germany relations also. We urge Germany side to abide by the One China principle and stop interfering in China's internal affairs. As I just said, crossing the line on the Taiwan question will pay for it. Next one, please.
Hello, my name is Jimin from Reuters.
路透社提问，台湾的 赖清德在社交媒体上发文说，希望中方能够正视6·4事件，承认事实，打开和解和对话的大门。你对此有何评论？
This is not a question related to foreign affairs. Next one, please.
谢谢发言人。北京青年报记者提问。据报道。
Beijing Youth Daily on June 2nd, when U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio was questioned at the Senate's Foreign Relations Committee, a senator noted that under the Biden administration, the intelligence found no evidence that Cuba was involved in state-sponsored terrorism. Rubio said that practically all radical leftist violent terrorist groups in the Western Hemisphere have relied at some point on support from Cuba. He also said that Cuba needs a new mindset and serious reform in order for it not to pose a threat to the U.S. Media reports also said that due to U.S. oil embargo, the UN has been unable to distribute nearly 20,000 tons of food in Cuba. What's your comment? Fabricated narratives and smearing can never justify U.S.'s blockade and illegal sanctions against Cuba. The U.S.'s long-term unilateral sanctions and embargo have wreaked havoc on Cuba's economy and livelihood, inflicted great suffering on the Cuban people, and are widely opposed by the international community. China firmly supports Cuba in safeguarding its national sovereignty and security and rejecting external interference. The U.S. should heed the call from the international community to immediately stop its blockade, sanctions, coercion, and pressuring against Cuba. Next one, please.
Kyoto News. Today marks the 37th anniversary of the June 4th incident. Secretary of State Rubio, in a statement, said that no amount of censorship can erase the past. Do you have a comment on this?
The Chinese government drew a clear conclusion long ago on the political disturbance that took place towards the end of the 1980s. The path of socialism with Chinese characteristics is the choice of history and of the people. It has the wholehearted support of all Chinese and is fully recognized by the international community. We will stick to this path and pursue national rejuvenation through Chinese modernization. No country or force in the world can stop the Chinese people from forging ahead. The U.S.'s erroneous remarks constitute a distortion of historical facts, vilification of China's political system and development path, and interference in China's internal affairs. China strongly deplores and firmly opposes it. We urge the U.S. side to act on the commitment of respecting China and Chinese people, stop inciting ideological confrontation, and stop interfering in China's internal affairs under the pretext of democracy and human rights. Next one, please. Any more questions?
謝謝呢邊，就呢電視台。
Asahi TV, according to reports, 2 Japanese citizens working in China's Jilin province to handle Japan's abandoned chemical weapons in China were hospitalized after injuries. Could you confirm that?
On May the 26th, 2 Japanese personnel accidentally had their arms contaminated with a toxic agent by ruptured chemical weapons shells while handling Japanese abandoned chemical weapons in Jilin province. The Chinese side immediately provided medical treatment and then sent the injured to a hospital. After receiving treatment, the 2 Japanese were sent back to Japan on May the 29th. Next one, please. Any other questions? That concludes today's press conference. Thank you for coming.